Hey there, I'm Steve, and this is the EBD show, the read along companion to my book, The Enough Bucket, a field guide for learning designers suffering from enough bucket dysmorphia. If this is your first time here, welcome. You're safe, and I see you. If you're coming back for more, well, welcome back. You've definitely found your people. You're not broken. You've just
You're
got
not broken,
EBD.
you just got EBD. Building shiny shrines to your own anxiety. Multi-layer menus, 20-minute quests, when all they really wanted was a cheat sheet at their desk. Learners just want to do their job, not play hide and seek in your content fog. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. We're here to help you, welcome to the show. To the EBD show.
Hello, folks. Steve here. Welcome to the EBD show, episode 2. If you're wondering what this is, if you've come back, first of all, welcome back. It's so great to have you, and we received some really cool feedback from the first episode. It's really weird because this is a read-along companion. So it's not an ebook and it's not a podcast. It's like if an ebook and a podcast and public service announcement, it's not ebook, it's audiobook. And this is an example of me practicing not having EBD by jumping in and editing this in real time instead of re-recording a whole section of audio. Anyway, let's get back to it. Cast had a baby. I was going to just read the book to you, but I got some feedback from a amazing colleague that suggested that would be a travesty and disrespectful to podcasts everywhere. So you need to add some banter, Steve. So here I am, adding some banter in between the read-alongs. This episode or this section of the book, we're still in the sort of prologue stages of the book, but if you have missed anything and you don't know what EBD is, it's enough bucket dysmorphia. It's this beautiful disease that we as learning designers have acquired over years of caring too much, and we express our care for our learners by throwing as much stuff as we can at our learning programs that we build, and we just can't turn it off. This week we are all about understanding the severity of our EBD, which is we're going to go through the EBD severity assessment. So I'm going to read that section to you. What'll happen, and side note, are you one of these people who listen to audiobooks? When you download an audiobook, do you just hope that the reader or the author just goes off script and is like, hey, how's it going? How's the audiobook treating you? I have committed to doing that to the ebooks or the audiobooks that I read for my audiobook listeners. So just appreciate that. But what you'll hear during my reading is that I'll actually recognize where I've had EBD this week. And it will be around about when we get into the quick symptom checker and where EBD invades your personal life. Just like everything, this is a labor of love, and it's a love for the learning industry that has given me a career, or the closest thing to a career I could ever define myself of having for almost 20 years now. And it's an absolute honor and a privilege to have put these thoughts to paper, to then publish those thoughts and then be here speaking into the microphone to anyone that will listen. And just know that you're not broken. You've just got EBD. Let's get into this week's episode. EBD severity assessment. Because denial isn't just a river in Egypt. The test. Rate each statement from 1, never, to 5, constantly. Be honest, your storyline license depends on it. Number 1. I add just one more thing to modules after they're finished. Number 2, I include content just in case someone needs it. Number 3, I struggle to delete work when it doesn't fit. Number 4, stakeholder feedback makes me panic add rather than strategically respond. Number 5, I rebuild things multiple times because they're not quite right. Number 6, I include extra resources, links, and downloads to be helpful. Number 7, I create complex interactions when simple would be better. Number 8, I give learners multiple paths when one clear route would suffice. Number 9, I reuse old content without questioning if it's still relevant. And number 10, I agree to unrealistic deadlines and then build something kitchen sink-like to cope. And if I'm laughing while I'm reading any of these, it's probably because I'm rating myself a 5 on most of them. Remember, I have EBD too, folks. Your EBD diagnosis, 10 to 20 points, you have mild EBD. Manageable with awareness. Congratulations, you're either new to the field, exceptionally disciplined, or you're lying to yourself. You show occasional symptoms, but you haven't fully succumbed to the dark side yet. You still delete things without crying. You can say no to stakeholders without breaking into a cold sweat. Treatment. Weekly reality checks, peer review, and a sticky note on your monitor that says, "Is this necessary?" You're in the prevention phase. Guard this score with your life. Prognosis, excellent. Provided you don't get promoted to senior designer or put in charge of stakeholder management. 21 to 35 points. Moderate EBD. Needs active management. You're in the danger zone. You've started adding accordions for better organization and using phrases like comprehensive coverage, unironically. You feel personally attacked when someone suggests cutting content. You've built at least one module that required its own sitemap. You're not lost yet, but you can see the cliff edge from here. Treatment. Daily bucket limit. Daily bucket limits. Mandatory feedback filtering, and practice saying phase 2 in the mirror. Consider hiring someone whose job it is to delete your work. Prognosis. Treatable with a commitment to change and possible therapy. 36 to 50 points. Chronic EBD. Intervention is required immediately. Oh dear. You are deep in the content woods and you can't see the forest from the flip cards. You've built modules that have their own table of contents. You create backup slides for your backup slides. You've used the phrase learner journey mapping in casual conversation. You're the person who adds a glossary to a module about updating your email signature. You export from Rise to Storyline because you need more control. You have strong opinions about hover states. Treatment. Immediate intervention, project reconstruction, professional support, and possibly an exorcism. Step away from the authoring tool, call someone who will tell you the truth. Prognosis. Serious but recoverable with a commitment to change, daily accountability, and accepting that good enough is actually good enough. Here are some special diagnostic categories. Scored over 50. You've either made a mistake, you're terrible at math, or you're patient 0 for a new strain of EBD. Please report to the nearest learning design clinic immediately. Do not pass go and do not add another accordion. Scored under 10, you're either a sociopath or you work in compliance where everything really does need 17 disclaimers. Either way, we're concerned. All 5s, you're having a breakdown. Close this book. Call a friend. Touch grass. The modules will wait. All 1s, you're lying. Nobody's that disciplined. Try again and be honest this time. Quick symptom checker when EBD bleeds into real life. Physical symptoms. Compulsively clicking save on authoring tools. Phantom buzz from Slack notifications about one more change. Stress dreams about accordions that never end. Been there. Inability to close browser tabs with helpful resources. Muscle memory for keyboard shortcuts in software you don't even use. Eye strain from staring at the hover states for too long. Emotional symptoms. Guilt when deleting content. Panic when someone says, "This feels light." Pride in module completion times over learning outcomes. Getting defensive when anyone suggests cutting content. Euphoria when discovering a new authoring tool feature. Existential dread when facing a blank slide. Behavioral symptoms. Building backup slides for backup slides. Creating optional sections that aren't really optional. Been there. Justifying every design choice with learners might need this. Been there too. Refreshing LMS analytics obsessively. Version numbering that looks like software releases, V2.7.3 underscore final underscore capital final underscore Steve underscore stop. Taking notes about user experience while building, and then talking to yourself about that same user experience while building. When EBD invades your personal life at social gatherings, explaining Bloom's taxonomy at barbecues. Well, actually, Dave, grilling is more than just remembering. It requires application and synthesis. Critiquing restaurant menus for poor information architecture. Referring to your holiday plans as a learning journey. Using phrases like, that's a great insight in casual conversations. So been there. At home, creating decision trees for what to watch on Netflix. Building IKEA furniture and muttering about poor instructional design. Organizing your spice rack with learning objectives. Writing shopping lists with clear success criteria. In relationships, asking your partner for feedback on your communication strategy. Creating branching scenarios for difficult conversations. Using the phrase, let's circle back on that after and during arguments. Suggesting your relationship needs better stakeholder alignment. At the time of reading this, that's why I'm single, most likely. I've got EBD. I'm blaming EBD for being single. With your kids, turning bedtime stories into interactive experiences with decision points, creating chore charts that look like learning management systems, explaining why they can't skip to dessert because you haven't completed the prerequisites, using learning objectives for family holidays. By the end of this trip, you'll be able to... At the grocery store, mentally redesigning the layout for better user flow, getting frustrated by poor wayfinding signage, organising your trolley contents by learning module, explaining to the checkout staff why their process needs more scaffolding, while driving, critiquing road signs for accessibility compliance, creating mental flowcharts for traffic light sequences, referring to GPS instructions as just-in-time learning, and getting angry at roundabouts because there are too many pathways to the same outcome. Red flag symptoms. If you're experiencing any of these, seek immediate help. You've gamified your morning routine with badges and progress bars. You've created a branching scenario to decide what to have for lunch. You've referred to your last breakup as scope creep in the relationship module, me. You've started using SCORM compliance as dating criterion. You've explained movies using the ADDIE model. And you've built a learning path for teaching your dog to sit. The weekend test. Healthy designer. Switches off, enjoys hobbies, doesn't think about work. Mild EBD. Occasionally notices poor design in everyday life but moves on. Moderate EBD. Takes photos of bad signage to use as examples in future training. Chronic EBD. Spends Saturday rebuilding the local cafe's ordering process in Storyline just for fun. Fun fact, I've done this. More than once, actually. If you ticked more than 3 in any of these categories, keep reading. Mate, we've got work to do. If you recognised yourself in the personal life examples, put down the laptop and slowly back away from the authoring tool. Your family misses you. Oh, it gets more and more realistic every time I hear this and read this. And wow, the EBD invading my personal life at social gatherings, yep, all the time. But more importantly, I think the one that resonated with me the best or the most is I absolutely have rebuilt at least half a dozen screenshots or photos that I've taken of cash registers into interactive hotspotable e-learns to help brand new employees just have a chance instead of being just berated by Karen the supervisor who's got no patience because they've just had their entire life sucked from them from someone ordering oxygen-free lattes, that I just want to give them a chance. And so I've done that so many times. So it just resonates with me every time I think about it. What a treat. What a trip back through my illustrious career of having EBD every second week of my life. Folks, what resonated for you? I mean, this is as much me as it is you and all of us in the learning design world. So follow on LinkedIn and use the hashtag EBD to let us know what symptoms do you have, what your severity score is, and how EBD has invaded your life. And with that, get back to creating stuff that's beautiful, that's whimsical, but more importantly, make sure that it's learner focused, because if you are justifying adding just one more slide or one more accordion, you, my friend, might just have EBD. This could be the start of your wake-up call. See you next Tuesday, folks. And remember, you're not broken. You've just got EBD. Bye for now.
You're not broken, you just got EBD. Building shiny shrines to your own anxiety. Multi-layer menus, 20-minute quests, when all they really wanted was a cheat sheet at their desk. Learners just want to do their job, not play hide and seek in your content fog. You're not broken, you've just got EBD. We're here to help you, welcome to the show.